Yo, what's good, people? Old Styles back at it again with another video. Yo, Kendrick Lamar is in the Toronto area causing a frenzy right now. Oh my goodness, gosh, good gracious! I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted right now because the city is so divided. It's like you have one man who just came into the city and just divided everybody. You know what I'm trying to say? Because well, first and foremost, if you don't know, this is my page, the Omari Wave Old Styles. You can follow me on IG, Twitter, or Twitter, IG, um, YouTube, and TikTok. Sorry. Let's just get right into it. Yo, Kendrick Lamar Grand National Tour Day One is complete. I went live a little bit earlier with Nads. We talked about our predictions for this Grand National Tour, how it's gonna go, day one and day two. I'll be pulling up for day two, so I'm gonna have my own firsthand account tomorrow. But my reaction from everything that's been going on today is as follows: you have a lot of pages um, on both sides, on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. So you got pages that support Kendrick Lamar and you got pages that support Drake. I'm not going to say no names, but this page right here, this is an unbiased page. I've been listening to Drake for how long? And I've been listening to Kendrick for how long? I'm originally born and raised, I'm not going to get too deep as to where, but I've even had my own fair share of encounters with Drake. So I'm just going to say this: I am very qualified to speak on this matter. This this guy coming here has divided the city. Really and truly divided the city because on one accord, one side, there's one group of people who think that if you are from Canada and you go to this concert, you essentially are a sellout because Kendrick Lamar, whether it's directly or indirectly, dissed Canada or dissed Drake fans in his Not Like Us song. That's one side, which I kind of understand to an extent. I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to the fact that there was a little bit of shade in that track at Canada. On the other hand, someone like myself, who is a Kendrick fan, quote unquote fan, and has been listening to Kendrick since 2012, 2011, ironically, when he was introduced to me via listening to a song featuring him and Drake. I'm just a fan of the music, bro. I just enjoy I hate the word fan, but I just enjoy the music. I'm just here strictly for the music. No emotions, no I'm not sensitive. I'm not like I don't care about the name calling and the back and forth in the Instagram comments. I don't care for all that stuff. I don't care about the he say she say. I don't care about any of that. Dude makes good music. The battle was very entertaining last year, and I'm going to this concert simply just to see one of the people that I've been listening to for over a decade in person. That's it. Does that make me a sellout? Does that make me this? Does that make me that? I could care less. You see what I'm saying? So it's divided right now. It's divided. Again, one set of people willing to crash out on the internet defending Drake and defending Canada because against this Kendrick Lamar guy. Other set of people sitting there and saying, listen, I just like music, bro. I'm just here strictly for the bars. I'm just here strictly for the quote unquote culture. City's divided, bro. Super divided. So like this has garnered mainstream attention as well, too. I was watching the local news this afternoon. Local 6 o'clock news. And they're talking about the Kendrick Lamar beef with Drake and the fact that he's in Toronto and the fact that there's some type of, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's some type of page, and we covered that earlier, where there's some type of rally in front of the Rogers Center talking that's going to be playing OVO music and giving out OVO hoodies and giving out pizza, which got shut down, by the way. There's video out there. I'll play it in a minute. It got shut down. As soon as the concert started, it got shut down. That little movement, it got shut down right away. You also had Drake's quote unquote top shooter, top 5 at the Nobu Hotel. Apparently, he's at the Nobu Hotel, Nobu, whatever, some swanky hotel downtown Toronto. Running around, opening up doors and saying that the doors are all locked and Kendrick's a B word because the doors are all locked in this hotel. Top 5 was running around doing that. So do you see what's happening here? All types of nonsense. The mainstream media, the OVO stands, the OVO top 5 OVO goon. Like a whole bunch of stuff is going on right now. The city's kind of hot. Man, and look, I'm about to play this video. LeBron James is even here. That's really LeBron James. I not know this. Like when I first seen this video, I'm like, yo, this can't be. That's LeBron James, but that is not no. That's LeBron James. LeBron James in front. Came to see the Kendrick Lamar concert graduation tour, dressed in all white, dance for food. And is that baby Yo, that's not no fake clone LeBron. That is really LeBron James. LeBron James even pulled up to throw salt in the wound of Drake. Pulled up. Come on, man. There's a lot going on right now. The man pulled up. I didn't believe it when I saw it. When I first saw that, I was in a little bit of a disbelief. I was a little confused. I'm like, that's not LeBron James. Somebody just, made a video and filmed the video and just said, oh, there's some guy in all white who's tall, going crazy in that section. And yeah, whatever. I just scrolled right past it. But now I'm looking at it. That's really LeBron James. LeBron James pulled up. So again, people, the city is in a little bit of a frenzy right now. Academics was saying that he spoke directly to Drake, and Drake apparently has two government cars sitting in front of his house. Like, what? This place is on fire right now. This little Rogers Center, this Kendrick Lamar has the place just divided, bro. Super divided, a lot going on. I just want to come here and give my little 2 cents because, boy, I'll be there tomorrow. I'm going to give a first-hand account. I'm going to be filming. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing the most tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm low-key excited. Yo, LeBron James pulled up. Academics is talking to Drake. Yo, don't forget, too, Drake had to cancel his stream with Kai Cenat, brother. Him cancel him stream with Kai Cenat. Why? Because he knew that all people were going to be doing was asking him. And I don't know the man, but hey, we come from a similar background, so I kind of have an idea how he thinks. He's probably thinking like, bro, everybody's gonna be just asking him, sending super chats, asking him, yo, Kendrick's in your city, yo, Kendrick's in your city, what do you think? Kendrick's in your city, what do you think? Taking the spotlight away from the video that they were supposed to review treatments for. Bro, once again, Drake, not very calculated, man. That's not a calculated move, brother. Why would you even announce that? Why would you even want that to happen the same day as this concert happening? You should have seen that like months ago. Come on, G. Yo, this place is just hot right now. This GTA is feeling like the GTA map. So, bro, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. And yo, the thing about this Not Like Us, him performing Not Like Us, and like Toronto, like people saying one more time, one more time. I mean, that to me is just like, hey, these are just fans of the music. And to an extent, they may not like Drake. Just because you're Canadian, just because you're from Toronto, just because you're quote unquote black, doesn't mean that you automatically love Drake and automatically love, you know what I mean? Like everything about Canadian hip hop, and that's it. Or just people who are just Canadian artists, I should say. What? That makes no sense. That absolutely makes no sense. So again, man, people just like the music. People just like the song. Euphoria to me was the best song in the battle. Family Matters was the second best song in the battle. And that's it. That's how I look at it. I'm not gonna be there chanting, yo, one more time and all this type of stuff to try to rub salt in rub salt in Drake's wounds or whatever. I'm not trying to do all of that. Get involved in the UMG lawsuit. I'm not trying to get involved in all that. You know what I'm saying? But look, the city is on fire right now. It's a frenzy out there. It's crazy. They chanted Not Like this guy is performing the diss track in Toronto. That's pretty, that hey man, listen, he's rubbing it in his face right now, bro. That's kind of crazy. But at the same time, it's just music. It's nothing physical. It's nothing. It doesn't need to go there. It makes no sense for anybody to try to crash out. Like top 5 is just a idiot. We all know that. Like I don't. Nobody know what's wrong with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Him running around, cutting off ankle monitors, getting exposed by the TP, whatever, the boys in blue. Like, bro, we already know what he's about. He's a clout chaser. So him running up in the Nobu Hotel, come on, that's just more antics, and it's sad. Like, I don't even want to really go. That's a whole different stream from a different day, but it's sad that, like his neighborhood is, pretty much being terrorized. I think something happened there today, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just because of this guy just running his mouth on the internet, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put any stock into what he's doing. I don't think anything's gonna happen or he's gonna do anything or that's not my I don't think that's gonna happen. That's my prediction for tomorrow. Another prediction for tomorrow, that little rally that's happening is probably gonna get shut down. It's not gonna have any legs. Another prediction, I think it might rain. I just think it might rain, or just that's another prediction. What else? It's gonna be a good show. It's definitely gonna be a good show. I don't know why Kendrick's parading around with his pants half down on stage like that. That was kind of sus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's 2025, bro. Like, pull up your pants, get a belt. You're rich enough to get a belt, my boy. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not like a super Kendrick stan, defending everything that he does, defending everything that he says. That's just not really my style. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here defending anybody like that. Man, it's gonna be a wild, wild one tomorrow. I'll just say that. And look, if he doesn't want to perform or if it gets canceled, please can I just get my money back, please? And one other thing, look, the stadium was not filled to capacity. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. I was looking at tickets on my morning stream. I was looking at tickets for today's concert. Tickets were still available. That, by definition, is not sold out. It was not sold out. I came off of the stream this morning at about 11 a.m. and there were still tickets available. Safe to say, by the time the gates opened at 5 p.m. or whatever, what time did the gates? Yeah, 5 p.m. I'm sure there were still tickets available. It was not completely sold out. Even look at LeBron dancing around here. This is not sold out. I know he's in his little VIP area, but or sorry, I stopped sharing, but it wasn't completely sold out. The tickets are going for dirt cheap. It was a hot item, but again, the Kendrick fans are gonna make it seem like, yeah, it was sold out, bro. Like, yo, look at this, man. Toronto doesn't support their own artist. I mean, doesn't support their own artists. Rah, da, da, right, tay, tay. And then the other side, the Drake fans are gonna be like, yo, it wasn't. Oh, look at all these idiots, screaming and going crazy for a guy dissing Canada and dissing Drake. Look at all that Drake's done for the city. I'm like, bro, Drake doesn't pay your bills, bro. Like, you can be objective. Other people saying, yo, Drake put money in my pocket and money in my hands and this and that. Hey, so I get it. You're in the industry. So you gotta pick a side. I get it. Me, I'm not in no industry. I don't gotta pick no sides. I just like the music. I like Drake's music. You can ask Nads. Yo, I be listening to Who's Out There For Me. I be listening. City is pretty when I be listening. I be listening, bro. SS4U, I was listening to that in Brazil. I was listening to that everywhere. I listen to that all over. Driving, at home, at work. Like this, I be listening. So I'm objective, man. I'm objective, very objective. And again, my predictions for tomorrow, everything should be smooth. I mean, listen, man. And if it's not, can I just get my money back, please? That's all. And I'm going to most definitely um either come live, pause after the show, or even just do a little live stream before the show, during the show, something, man. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Man. It is going to be a movie tomorrow. An absolute movie. People, yo, SZA, like I haven't heard nothing from SZA. Yo, I've been telling myself I want to go, review some of her tracks and see what she's all about, but just never really got around to it. It's really all about K-Dot in Toronto. But one thing about K-Dot I would have liked is, he has that mystery, mystique and all that. But bro, why don't you just pull up the New Whole King, just real quick? Just go get lunch. Go grab some lunch over there. In and out, take out to go. Pull up with a whole bunch of black trucks. Walk in with the cameras. get a quick bite to eat and walk out. Like something. Pull up to Much Music. You know what I'm saying? Do so. I know Much Music isn't really a staple like that no more. Pull up somewhere. Do something. CTV anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro's so mysterious. The only thing that I seen of him outside of him actually touring, like being on stage during the tour, is him running with some kids in Detroit. There's a video that leaked, I think it was today or yesterday. I would say yesterday or 2 days ago, of him running in Detroit, and the little boy ran up to him and he was running with the little boy. Like, that's it. We ain't getting much. BET Awards, we got a speech, and then he was awkwardly seen with Kai Cenat on the stream, hailing him up. What's up, my boy? And that's it. Like, I love the mystique, but in 2025, that mystique, I don't know, man. I said this during the Super Bowl, and he came out and did a little interview with Ebro and Nessa. I don't know, man. Sometimes he just has to pop out a little bit more and show niggas. You know what I mean? Like, GNX was cool and all, but man, listen, the rollout could have been a little bit more, interactive. Let's just put it like that. He could be a bit more interactive, if you ask me. Just a tad, just a tip, like just a pause, just a little bit more interactive with his fans, man. You know what I mean? I like the mystique, but hey, I'm just saying. And where was I going with that? Yeah, salute to Kendrick, man. Yeah. SZA, I don't know. I'm hyped to see her and all, but Kendrick is like, he's really stealing the show right now in Toronto, man. He got the place going nuts, the place going in a frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Again, I would love to see this guy pop out. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'd love to see dude pop out and show niggas a little bit more in Toronto, like something, a little interview, something, anything, a phone call, something. You know what I'm saying? You remember like back in the day, like artists would come to Toronto, like Biggie when he came to Toronto, he was doing interviews. You know what I mean? He did a show and like he did shows, he did all types of stuff, man. Like dude just comes here, sits in a hotel, and then just leaves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying, man. But Drake, say Drake, yo, kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy, man. I understand, you're keeping quiet, but listen, you're not that low because you did announce like you're dropping the Iceman. I forgot to talk about that this morning on the stream, but we all know Drake's dropping a new album, right? The Iceman. He's taking on this Iceman persona. He's cold. He's ice cold on the inside. He's not an Iceman, which is kind of dope. I like that name, the Iceman. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, if you're the Iceman, like, he's another one. It's kind of like you're in a lawsuit, though, bro. You're the Iceman, but you're doing the lawsuit thing. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You're going after your money, litigation, yeah, but Pusha T, the Clips, like, they got kind of entangled in this. If you don't know, Pusha T, Malice, the Clips are dropping an album, which should be coming out very shortly, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a track on there with Kendrick Lamar. And if I'm not mistaken, UMG tried to block that song from coming out. So Clips ended up just dropping from that label and signing with Rock Nation so that they can put out the album without any type of censorship. So this UMG lawsuit is, yeah, it's kind of doing the most, bro. So if you're the Iceman, Drake, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's something the Iceman would do. The Iceman isn't doing litigation, man. Litigation, and he's going on tour as well, too. A Party Next Door in Europe, I hear. So Drake's still making his moves, he's doing his little 1-2s, of course. But look, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm living in a little bit of a fantasy world myself, but I just would love to see these guys like just say a little bit more. Talk like why didn't you just go on why didn't you just go on the stream and just say something? Just say something. Oh yeah, Toronto. Yeah, I heard something's going on over there. Like, play it off. Oh, I heard something's going on over there. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Something's going on over there. Cool. Anyways, back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just play it off. Why you gotta cancel the stream, bro? You just gotta cancel the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. That's how these guys move. That's how these guys stay in power. You know what I'm saying? By saying less. Good life lesson, I must say. Good word. Good words to live by. You know what I'm saying? Oh, salute to Drake. Salute to Kendrick Lamar. Again, I'm not picking no sides. People. And I'm qualified. You know what I'm saying? We're all of the same age. Us three, me, Kendrick, and Drake. We're all of the same age, bro. I know what these guys think. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby too. Not to age myself, but bro, I know these guys kind of like think and move and operate. Like they're on that code of silence. They're on that or meta. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to say too much and ruffle too much feathers out here. You know what I'm saying? They're not like their predecessors, the Tupacs, the Biggies, the Cams, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's. If this is happening back in 05 or sorry, 02 or 97, this would have been like, yo, they would have been chatting so much nonsense about each other and just ready to crash out. There would have been crash outs all over the place. But it's a new day. It's a new time. These guys don't want to mess up their bag. So again, my predictions for tomorrow, I don't foresee anything happening. It's going to go BAU, as they say at my workplace. Business as usual. Kendrick's going to go up there, perform his tracks, and that's it. He's going to leave. No type of like major imprint in the city. You're not going to see him in a basketball court shooting some hoops. You're not going to see him running along Lakeshore. Nothing. You're nothing. Not at the local YMCA or nothing. Not at New Ho King. Nothing. No interview with much music. Nothing. Again, back in the day, like when these artists come to town, it was a big, like it was a big thing. It's a big thing now, but it was like they would be more seen and not just heard. You know what I'm saying? They'll be seen. You know what I'm saying? And then Drake, on the other hand, now he's hiding as well too. Like he canceled his stream today with Kai Cenat. Why? Because they're gonna ask you questions about what's happening in Toronto. Again, back in the day, the artists would have just breezed that. They said, "Oh, I heard something's going on in the city. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess just breeze past it." Nowadays, everybody's on that code of silence, not saying nothing. Drake's wrapped up in litigation like crazy with UMG. That this might go to trial. I'm hearing. Really and truly might go to trial. His lawsuit versus UMG, his own record label that they're both on, both artists. Bots, you got payola going on. You got these like Instagram pages on both sides, pushing bots, pushing posts, pushing comments and narratives and all types of stuff. It's a new day, man. It's really a new day, man. These bots are real. Payola is real. Bias pages are real. It's crazy, man. It's just a crazy new world we live in, man. Yo, bots, payola, it's all real. It's all happening in real time in front of you. Yes, when you're going through your algorithms, those pages that are like talking down on Kendrick are probably being paid by set artists is camp. Like, what part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this clip situation, man. Listen, that's all I'm looking forward to, man. I want to hear this Clips album. I want to hear this Kendrick Lamar featuring. I mean, sorry, Clips featuring Kendrick Lamar. I want to hear this Clips album again. I'm here for the music. I'm not here for all the foolery. I know I'm abreast to it, but I am not really here for it. I could do without it. I don't want to see top 5 running around the Nobu Hotel looking for Kendrick Lamar. Meanwhile, his neighborhood is getting riddled with gunshots. I don't what part like I don't want that. I don't want to see that or hear that. Should be past that. We should be evolved. Like what are we doing? Should be past all of that. I don't want to see that. I'm not here for the effery. I'm not here for the the division. Oh my god, if you like Kendrick Lamar, you're against Canada. You're not really black. If you like Kendrick Lamar, you're a cock or some foolishness I seen online today. Oh my god. Imagine like you see these stupid comments that say something stupid like, "Oh, imagine going to Kendrick Lamar's concert and and being from Canada." Like you're paying to let somebody diss you to your face. Oh, wait, what? You can't just be a fan of his music and go see his show? Like what? That doesn't make any sense. That's such a biased argument. Like Drake don't pay your bills. Did Drake wash your body? I don't understand. Like I can't go to the show. I don't make no money with Drake. I don't make no money off Drake or Kendrick Lamar. I just like their music. Period. That's why I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there for no clout. Like other like some of these Toronto artists. I'm not in the industry. I don't make money off of them. I don't make money off of Baka Not Nice and all these artists. I'm not a promoter. I don't hold events. I'm just there for the music, gang. That's it. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, this again, this is kind of crazy, man. LeBron twirling around, just randomly shows up in Toronto. Why wasn't he in any of the? Why is he here? LeBron, salute to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But why did he pick up all dates to come to? Why would he pick the one in Toronto? He's Mr. Petty as well. Like, he's Mr. Petty. He flies out to Toronto just to come and dance at the Kendrick Lamar concert in Drake's hometown. Yo, he is Mr. Petty, bro. Oh, we got some comments. Yeah, he was. Yo, here we go. The boy JT says tickets for GNX tour Melbourne went on sale a few hours ago. I went in the second it released, and it was number 10,587 in the queue. Yo, salute to you, the boy JDT. Thank you for the comment. Yo, that's crazy. 10,000 people in queue. Listen, I'm gonna give you a pro tip. You don't need to wait in line. Maybe your stadiums aren't as big as ours. Maybe your demand is much higher than ours. But listen, I was you. I was you when I got my ticket. I was sitting in the queue, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I got my ticket. Just to see last week Saturday to be exact, the tickets for lower bowl sections. So I'm in, let's just say I'm in the 200 level. The 100 level is less than half price of my ticket. Less than half price. Well, I'll say about half price, call it. So if I paid a certain price, 100 level tickets are half the price. So if you let the dust settle, there will be resold tickets. I'm pretty certain there will be resold tickets. But again, hey, listen, I'm on the other side of the world over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit more high demand over there, because he is a hot commodity, but he ain't that hot over here. Trust me, it's a hot, the place was sold out, but there were still tickets available up until the day. I'm telling you, as of Saturday, I was seeing tickets, 100 level tickets for like $80. $80. You could have got 2 tickets for like $160. Lower level, 200 level, 500 level, they were all there. They were all available. And when I saw some of the footage of the actual stadium, that place was not sold out. I saw it. Like, I've been to the Rogers Center since I'm a little kid. That place was not sold out. When the place is sold out, it looks different. It did not look like that. Like, LeBron is spinning and twirling around. Trust me, like, if it was sold out, it would not look like that. When Taylor Swift came, that looked sold out. When Beyonce and Jay-Z came a while ago, that looked sold out. When the Blue Jays were in the playoffs, our baseball team, about 10 years ago now, 2015, when they were in the Rogers Center playing, that was sold out. That was really sold out. This was not sold out, bro. But salute. Thank you. Yo, Young Goat says, Kendrick afraid of Canadians. Yo, I think Kendrick is he's just an introvert. Like, what more can I say? I don't think he likes the fame. I think Kendrick, to me, is the type of dude, after listening to him for all these years, Kendrick, it just seems like a family man. He doesn't seem like he likes the fame. Like, he really doesn't. He's so introverted. He's so, I don't know. I hate to say it, but maybe he has a chip in his brain or something, bro, because the way this guy is just so introverted is kind of like, and when you do actually see him and hear him talk, it's like he's like struggling to find the words. Like, I don't even know if he's like, are those his words? Like, like, he's trying so hard not to say the wrong thing and trying so hard. Like Drake says, you rapping like you're trying to free the slaves, like, type thing. Like, he just seems like he's so in his own head, bro. Like, he doesn't seem like he's just talking, like he's chatting shit with his brethren. He doesn't sound like that. He sounds so contrived, I don't know if he's scared because he is from LA. He is from, he's from Compton. Our hoods up here in Toronto, as you may know, I'm not sure where you're from, Young Goat. Our hoods are nothing like no Compton hoods. I'm pretty sure. Like, our rates, homicide rates and stuff like that are probably not as high as, the homicide rates down there. If I'm a betting man, I would say I don't think so. I don't know that for a fact, but So I'm sure he's not no like, fraidy cat. But at the same time, I think he just has so much people behind him, so much, the label, his family, the hood, the this, the that he just doesn't want to like make one wrong move and jeopardize everything. Even when he performed at the Super Bowl, remember when he came out after the after the game, he tried to go into the hallway and then like he like kind of like gave a couple high fives to the players and then he like ran back inside and like the security guards like ushered him back inside. I think that's just him. Like he's just seems like an introvert. He seems like he's just scared of the world, really. Like, I don't know, bro. But salute to you. Thank you for the comment. Young Goat says again. Or sorry, let me see. Where am I? Where am I? Bro, bad. 25 police officers. Yo, I seen that. Yeah, he's rolling deep. He's an asset. He's an asset at UMG. He's like their top guy. He's an asset of his record label. They don't want to see a finger getting put on him. Not a finger. You know what I'm saying? That's their artist. That's their money machine right there, man. They don't want to see anything happen to him. So they're gonna get escorts. And if you think about it, I don't think it's very hard to get an escort from these people. What is that? Time and a half for them? They're man, listen, our economy is trash, bro. It is not hard to get escorts. From the TPC or whatever you want to call them, Toronto Police, whatever. I don't think it's that hard to get an escort out here. It's probably real easy. He don't care. He got the bread. He'll pay. Nothing for him. Escort 2, 3, 25. Sure, no problem. Ain't bro from Compton? Yeah, he is from Compton, but at the same time, let's be brutally honest. He's an asset. He don't need his image to get messed up whatsoever. He doesn't need no Ashton Hall moment. And he doesn't need anything like that. He doesn't need his image to get tarnished at all. He wants to live in this allure, it seems like. I mean, again, I see where you're kind of going with that. Like, I would love for Kendrick to pop out a little bit more and do more interviews and a couple more behind the scenes and really see like what dude's life is really like to an extent. Be a bit more transparent because he's such a public figure, and we're in 2025. But bro, really is just like so mysterious, bro. He's from Compton, yeah. Like every time he pops out, it's like so calculated. It's a little too calculated. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying I want to see what Kendrick Lamar eats for breakfast type shit, but at the same time, I'd love for bro to just like say something and just like hear his original thoughts. Like, because again, anytime he talks, it doesn't seem like he get his original thought. At least Drake, he's a little goofy, he's a little silly, he's a little, a little funny. He'll be painting his nails. He be doing like some weird stuff, and we're all sitting here like, bro, what's up with Drake? Like, he's kind of weird, but he's kind of out there. He be drinking all the time. Like, he's just kind of like, a little more real, a little more down to earth, a little more a guy you can see yourself hanging around a little bit. Not to say I want to hang around the dude. He paints his nails, and he's been known to hang around minors and stuff like that. So I ain't really trying to hang with Drake, but like maybe let's just say, if you're reading this is too late, Drake, I would have hung around that Drake. That Drake seemed mad cool. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. Yeah. Kendrick needs to be a bit more transparent. Yo, shouts to you, Diego Ramirez. Thank you for the comment. Reporting from Cali. How was the show? Listen, man, salute to you, Diego Ramirez. Thank you for the comment. The show, it looked lit. LeBron was spinning and twirling. Top 5 was running around at the Nobu Hotel, acting like he's trying to look for Kendrick Lamar, him and the quote-unquote GGs. Meanwhile, apparently, that's what I heard, there were gunshots being let off in his hood. This is coming off the heels of gunshots, a mass shooting happening in his neighborhood just like a week ago. The news was actually reporting about Kendrick Lamar being in Toronto and the highly publicized beef with Drake. There was a what do you call it there? Some type of random protest slash rally outside of the Rogers Center, where a group who posted on Instagram that they would be there were there, and it got shut down by the Toronto police as soon as the show started at 7 p.m. This group was said to be giving out pizza, OVO hoodies, and equipped with a loudspeaker playing Drake's music. So that all happened on day one. Kendrick Lamar came out singing Not Like, or he came out, did his thing, whatever. And one of the highlights is him performing Not Like Us with his pants hanging off his ass and half his ass showing. So a lot happened on day one. So that's the report from Toronto. Yo, crazy work. Exactly. Super crazy, fragilistic work. It's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, bro. This is the dirt, bro. It gets mud. It's just madness up here, yo. Yo, man. Listen, it's just the city just in a frenzy, an all-out frenzy right now. All-out frenzy. People are just doing the most online. It's just getting ridiculous. People are choosing sides, literally. Like that Drewski tweet, like pick a side. It's literally happening right now. Me going to the Kendrick Lamar concert tomorrow, I know I'm gonna post it on my IG, the Omari Wave, Omari_Styles, and people are going to be replying like crazy. Oh, yo, I didn't know that. Like, you know, just trying to like make me feel like I shouldn't go to this show. Pick a side is really a thing up here right now, tomorrow and today. It's really a thing. F top 5. I'm with you on that, man. I live up here, bro. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like broski, like he hypocrite, clout chaser, you know, pushing badness, you know, putting a lot of people's lives in danger, you know, crash out, you know, just reckless, talks a little bit too reckless. Runs to Spain to go link up with Kanye West. And rocking some dad sandals, bro. Toes all out in the grass. It's awkward, bro. Peculiar. You know, has some of that old school energy. You know, he can definitely, you know, he grew up around some real people. You know, I'm not gonna lie. But is he a real person? I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. And he's beefing with one of the most notorious hoods in all of Canada, bro. I don't know how that's gonna end for him, to be honest with you. I don't know. Two of the most notorious hoods in Canada. I don't know how that's gonna work out for him. I don't know. We shall see. Time will tell. His poor mom, his poor Hoya, probably worried sick about the guy. You know what I'm saying? Went through so much trouble, like over that the person that passed away, and then just comes right back out and does the same exact things. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that guy, man. Diego Mira says, Dot loves everyone. I can assure you that. Just don't disrespect his family. Yo, ain't nobody disrespecting the family still. That I'm not. I would, but that's what I'm saying. Drake, I guess that's where he went with it, like because of that song. You know what it was, Diego? It was that song that Kendrick dropped on Mr. Morale, where he was talking to the girl all crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up having sex at the end of the song. It's he got the inspiration for Family Matters off of that song. It took me a while to realize it, but that's part of the that's part of the reason where, you know, that's where he got some of his ammo from, was that song off of Mr. Morale. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. That's where it came from, but I don't think Drake was expecting that comeback. That euphoria was like a nuke. That was a nuke. No pun intended. I know what happened today in, you know where. I guess what we can say it, right? Iran. We know what happened in Iran today, so no pun intended. But I don't think Drake expected that comeback, bro. That was some epic proportion. I've never seen the bro. I think that's one of the top 5 diss songs of all time. Euphoria. That's crazy. Then he followed up with Meet the Grams. Nah, like, bro, come on. That's a legendary run right there. And that's over a year ago. And we're still talking about this to this day. In this type of society, this microwave society where people forget stuff in like, 25 seconds. People forget about what happened yesterday or what they ate for breakfast. And we're still talking about those songs that run a year later, multiple Grammys. BET Awards, bro, breaking records on Spotify. Drake was not ready for that. He sued UMG. Like, yo, bro, crazy. Diego Ramirez says, twirling around. Yeah, bro, LeBron is like twisting and turning and twirling around, doing the most, doing his dances like it's a la Cleveland 2000 and 2009. Throwing around dancing, bro. Like he's about to face the Wizards, bro. The old Cavs. Dancing, bro. Flew all the way up to Toronto. 4-hour flight from LA. Oh, who knows? Maybe he was in Cleveland. Who knows? To come twirl around. First day of the concert. How petty. Didn't they just have a show in Detroit? Didn't they just have a show in Philly? Like he's in the middle of his tour. Why would you just choose to come to Toronto? Dude is petty. Super petty. You crazy, bro. Well, you know, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Drake, Diego Ramirez says, Drake been the pettiest. Why can't other be petty? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. You got to fight petty with petty sometimes. Sometimes I get a little petty myself, so I feel a little sneak this come my way. Hey, I'll sneak this a little, sneak this back a little bit. But bro, like Drake is like the ultimate petty. LeBron's petty, Kendrick's petty, but Drake's the ultimate petty. Like he got the law involved, bro. He filed a lawsuit. He lost a rap battle and filed a lawsuit, brother. That's that's just ultimate sore loser, bro. That's like you lose the fight in elementary school. You lose a fight with somebody and you go run to the principal's office, bro. And you were talking smack. You guys are going back and forth talking smack. And you run to the principal and get the guy in trouble, get the guy suspended, or get the guy in trouble with his parents or something like that, or get in trouble with the item or something. Okay, why would you do that? You lost the battle. Just keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, bro. Like, come on, man. Diego Ramirez says, laughing emojis. Salute to you, Diego Ramirez. Hell nah. Yo, bro, it's facts, bro. It's facts, bro. Diego Ramirez says he sees a bunch of clout chasers. He does, bro. Bro, there's clout chasers everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And he's just one of the biggest. If you're talking about top 5, he's the biggest clout chaser. He is the biggest clout chaser out here right now. More times, guys aren't even really on that internet, like doing stuff for the internet tip. Like the rappers per se, but he's a king of the clout chasing. Snatching chains, going back and forth, just doing the most, bro. Cutting ankle monitors. Like he's too much, bro. Dissing the dead people and dissing the podcasters, and bro, dude is just reckless. Kendrick, or sorry, I think you're talking about Kendrick. He just a real human. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess. But is he though? Sometimes I gotta ask myself, is he though? Might he have a chip in his head, bro? Like, how is dude this militant, bro? Dude doesn't post. Dude doesn't talk. When he talks, like, you just don't really like. You don't really like. Are you really talking to him? You know what I'm saying? People like that. Like when you're talking to them, they're talking back to you. You're like, bro, is that how you really think? Is that how you really feel? I don't know. Maybe I was just raised in the house like that. Like I was just, raised to just be completely, I can't really hide. I can't hide nothing, or I've been taught to smell BS, from a mile away when somebody's BSing me, or when there's a real person versus somebody who's BSing. Not to say Kendrick's BSing, but I sometimes feel like he can't say how he really feels, or he can't just be who he really is, or maybe this is really who he is, and I just not really used to people built like him. He built different for sure. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hell nah. It's real out here. He has to keep it moving. I guess, yeah. I mean, Kendrick got to keep it moving, bro. He got to keep it moving, bro. I don't blame him. You trying to get that money. I do not blame him. I'm just saying, personally, bro, dude just seems a little robotic to me. That's all I'm saying. That's my only criticism of it, bro. I'm not one of these guys. I'm gonna be completely transparent. Bro seems a little robotic. That's it. He doesn't seem too real. He seems a little bit too controlled. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really seem like he can't say what he really wants to say. He said it on. He said everything he needed to say on Euphoria and Meet the Grams. I get it, but like, bro, you don't think he has one of those for J. Cole? You don't think he has one of those for, academic Charlemagne the God? He probably has one of those for a lot of people, but he can't really say it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Diego Ramirez says that's the king of hip hop, of course. Yeah, he's a king right now. Still, I'm not gonna lie, he definitely is the king. Scam boy, what's good? Sorry, scum boy. Salute to you, man. Don't forget to subscribe. Diego Ramirez says he has a family. He don't need to give us anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, bro, but I got a family too. We all got families. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Bro just doesn't seem very transparent, bro. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. Hey, maybe it's me. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's me, not him. Who knows? But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on bro. Bro just seems a little bit too robotic for me sometimes, man. Like, he just doesn't really come off as genuine, you know? It just seems like he's just so media trained, like he doesn't even, post. Everything he posts on his Twitter is of the GNX tour, IG, GNX tour, Facebook, GNX. Everything is just all so concentrated. Like, he doesn't post anything. He may have saw a funny meme on his phone today. Doesn't post it. But again, Kawhi Leonard was like that too. Like when I remember when Kawhi Leonard was up in Toronto during the championship run in 2019, he was the same way, bro. Like, bro wouldn't really talk out of character. Bro wouldn't really, he just really was just, that's just how he was. Like, he still to this day, I don't even think he has a social media where he's like posting stuff about his life and about himself. You know what I'm saying? Again, LA. He's from LA too, right? Bro's super quiet, just super distant, and I'm Canadian, so maybe it's just a little bit different up here. Drake, he's much different than Kawhi, and even LeBron to an extent. LeBron be very transparent. You see him spinning and twirling around at the Rogers Center today. Would you ever see Kawhi Leonard doing that or Kendrick Lamar doing that? Never. And maybe that's just our personalities. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Scam boy. Drake loved the escorts. LOL. Yo, so I've heard, bro. So I've heard. I heard he's the king. He's up there. Like, he is up there, bro. He is Mr. P4P, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. That's how he gets down. That's how he gets down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge. I really don't care what he does with his, his Johnson pause. That's him, bro. Yo, that man's a Gallus, bro. He's from the Gallus era. Scam boy. Scum boy. Bro, Drake's from the Gallus era. Drake is the type of guy, like, he's one of those guys that has like maybe 5K bodies, bro. 5K. Easily. He's what, 38 now? He's probably been crushing since he's 16. That's like 22 years of crushes. Probably has 5K bodies, bro. He's from that era. That's just how it is. And he's getting to the age now, he's probably just tired of all the BS. You know what I'm saying? So he just, he got money. He just tricks it off and just takes what he wants, bro. That's just Drake, bro. Champagne poppy. Scum boy. Kendrick living his peaceful life, but I get you. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? He living his peaceful life. He doesn't like the fame. I get it. Him, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, all these Cali guys, bro. I don't know. Man. Yo, I think I need to make a trip out there, bro, because it just seems mad peaceful out there. Not peaceful, I should say, because look what's going on with those riots and all that stuff, and all that gang stuff and poverty and all that shit, right? But I don't know, bro. I don't know what's in the water out there that just has dudes from these Cali dudes just so like militant and like like quiet and peaceful, bro. Like I don't know what it is. Something I'm missing. I've never been down there. I'll be honest with you. Never been to Cali, but definitely something I need to experience because I don't know where they get that, like where they get that from, bro. I don't know, bro. Shout to Scumboy. He says, where is it? Kendrick living his peaceful life, but I get you. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm falling behind here. Diego Amir says Drake manipulating. No original thoughts. Yo, Drake. Okay, I'll give you this, Diego Ramirez. Yo, Drake is not as creative as Kendrick, though. I'll give you that. I agree. Pause. I'll give you that. Pause. I agree. Kendrick is much more of a deeper thinker than Drake. That's for sure because Euphoria says it all. Euphoria says it all, bro. No one was ready for that. No one was ready for any of that. It just came out of nowhere. The way he dropped Euphoria and then Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, bro, that little package right there, bro. Who seen that coming? Who was ready for that? Drake wasn't ready for that. No one was ready for that. You know what I'm saying? That man is meticulous with his music. He takes that rapping stuff very, very, very seriously. And you got to respect him for that. You have to. Drake don't have those. Drake don't have a Euphoria. Drake don't have a All Eyes on Me album like Tupac, for example. Drake don't have those. Drake's just kind of like you're saying, like no real. He's creative, he's talented, but he's not like original, like you're saying. I agree with that. Diego Ramirez says Doc gives you weighted truth. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. He gives you some deep ones, bro. Even if you go all the way back to his first album, Good City, A Good Kid, Mad City, Sing About Me, I'm Dying, When the Sun, like, you know what I'm saying? Promise that you want me. Like he that first album had me hooked, bro. The whole the minivan and the master splinter, whatever you call it, like that whole album, Money Trees with Dr. Dre, bro, is deep, bro. From back then, that's like 2012, 2013. Man was deep from back then, bro. Nah, man, the man's an artist still. That's why, again, if I'm me going to the show tomorrow, bro, like, come on, I have to. He's in my city. I have to go see this dude. I've been listening to this since 2012, bro. Oh, what Toronto people are gonna say? Oh, you're picking sides. Oh, how can you do this? Oh, you're turning your back on your city and blah blah blah. Yo, give me a break, bro. Drake seems extremely fake. Of course he is. He has to be. He is. I agree. He's pretty fake, but I'm sure he. But that is who he is. Like he is corny. That's just his personality. You know what I'm saying? He's corny. You know, he's a try hard. You know, but at the same time, yeah, he's a little weird with the nail painting and all that stuff, and the A minors and all that stuff, and the singing, and then the rapping, and then the tough guy rapping, and you know, like I get it, but at the same time, he was carrying the game for a bit. I'm not gonna lie, he was carrying. He was carrying. He just ran into. He just didn't pick his battles with this last one, bro. Scumboy says Drake manufactured us. Yo, I guess so. Still, I guess so. Yo, I guess so. He is. He is pretty manufactured still. He is. Remember that commercial, that Sprite commercial with him, where they took apart his head and the Sprite went in and all that type of stuff, bro. Maybe he has a chip in his head too. Who knows with these guys, bro? Can't put it past them. Diego Ramirez says laughing emojis. Yo, you already know. Oh, damn. Yeah, man. Facts. Rebecca McGuire says, hey, you. Hey, Rebecca McGuire. What's good? Don't forget to sub to the channel. You don't know the vibes. Kendrick Lamar talk right now going on. It's only like 10 people showed up to that. Showed up to what? Oh, yeah. The thing outside the arena. Yeah. Because it's corny, bro. Like, it's kind of like, what are you guys doing? You guys came here to do what? Like, what was the purpose of this? Like, what are we doing here? Better they came bumping Kendrick Lamar music and let's just say they had a little clothing brand or something, or they came to sell some merch or some t-shirts or something, like something a little bit more creative. You came on some anti-foolishness, bro. And you know how Toronto is already. That was gonna get shut down. That's not gonna get supported. From my seeing it on CTV News, I'm like, nah, this is not going nowhere. This will not have any legs. Rebecca McGuire says, Diego. Yo, Diego's not playing, man. Diego a real one. What's good, Rebecca? Okay, y'all got a little chat going on here. Side chat, side quests. 8, actually. Yeah, facts. It was even less than 10. Yeah. And they're gonna be back there tomorrow too. So we'll see, or today, I should say. So we'll see what happens today. I'll be there. I want to see what I'll go on. This Comboy says the group was small as fuck. They look super goofy. Yeah, bro. You could imagine. You must be a goofy to want to show up to something like that. Why would you come to Kendrick Lamar show, bumping Drake music and giving out pizza and hoodies? Nah, bro. That's bro. Better you came with some Kendrick Lamar music and hoodies and giving out pizza, bro. That would have been way smarter. Way smarter. Like a tailgate party or something like that. With Kendrick stuff. Why would you come with Drake stuff? You come with like 50 hoodies with the damn album printed on the front of it, with like, a couple of the album covers printed on it. You charge $30 a pop. You're walking in with a little money. Probably had enough money. Probably would have had enough money to buy a ticket. No. Toronto people don't think like that. No. Sensitive. Damn, that's crazy, Omari. Yeah, bro. Madness, bro. Laughing emojis, Diego Ramirez says. Rebecca McGuire says, can't sleep, Diego, so not so much. Okay. We all proved Drake the liar tonight. He ain't even like us either, yo. They not like us. Remember, he's talking to, I guess, Drake, but he used the word us. Maybe he should have said he not like us or something like that. But the they got everybody triggered. Have a great time. Thank you. I'll be there. There go Mirror's laughing emojis. You can listen to both if you want. Exactly. I don't see why not. But you may be looked at crazy right now if you do. I mean, I listen to both. I don't business, bro. I listen to SS4U and I listen to GNX. I don't business. I just like music, period. I've been listening to music for the longest time. I just like both. Why not? Although Drake, I don't really agree with the nail painting and some of these allegations are kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, the music's still pretty solid. SS4U, I got like maybe 4 tracks that I still listen to. Shit, and somebody who loves somebody to love me, I'll be watching that video when it comes out. Why not? Nokia video came out. Wasn't really feeling it. But I keep up to date with the music. I don't really keep up to date with like everything Drake, like the lawsuits and the this and the that. But the music I'm here for, straight. He not move with any code at all. Nah, Drake don't really move with no code, bro. If you really think about it, he ain't really move with no big type code, bro. He ain't move with no big code. I mean, maybe within his camp, he does have code because those guys are pretty militant. That OVO camp is pretty like hush hush, airtight. None of them talk bad against Drake. I've never seen any detractors of OVO. Only one, Moji. Oh, sorry, 2. What's that guy? Mannequin, McConan. Oh, 3. Yeah, there's been a few detractors, but they've been around a while now. 10 plus years. There's gonna be some detractors. Number 3, the ghostwriting guy who lost his leg. There's been a few detractors of OVO, but for the most part, they keep it really tight. They keep it really in-house. You know what I'm saying? It's only they have that code, bro. They kind of have a little bit of a code internally. They ain't really talking bad about each other. They ain't really, you don't really see Chubbs coming out with Chubbs ain't coming out with no tell-all book anytime soon. Baka Not Nice is not coming out with no tell-all book anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be out here doing no interviews, snitching on each other, talking about what happens in Turks and what happens in Toronto at the embassy, and what happening behind the scenes. And they ain't really doing all that. They ain't leaking no music. They ain't doing nothing. Everything's in house. But in terms of like street code and stuff like that, I don't. Nah, they ain't really like that. Which hood's that? Which hood's what? I forget. What was I talking about? Which ones are thoughts? He not a real G. Drake ain't no real G, man. Drake grew up in Forest Hill, bro. Drake grew up around some real G's. Same like top 5. They grew up around a few real G's. Not a lot. There's a few. There's definitely a few. I can't lie. They know some people. They know some real ones. Or they like Chubbs is a real one. There's some real ones around him. There are. You know what I'm saying? But that's another stream for another day. Like if you think about it, like the real history of OVO, like the real history of some of the guys who are affiliated with OVO, they, like the P Rains, the Chubbs, the who else is in there? TV, I don't even know. Like I would just say those two for now. I don't really want to say the other guys' names, but those I don't really know their stories. But from what I've observed over the last X amount of years, Chubbs is a real one, and P Rain is definitely a real one. Those two guys are some real ones. I don't want to go too deep. I don't know the history of any of them that well, like the other members, but I can definitely confirm that those two guys, there's some real ones for sure. Like East End real ones for sure. I don't know about the other guys. Like I just don't personally know about the other guys. From what I've heard, those two solid, super duper solid. But Drake's not no gangster, nothing like that. But he's definitely talented. I'll give him that. The man can make some music. Facts. Drake disrespected. Who, by me? I ain't listen to no Drake, bro. The only thing with him is the nail painting, bro. The nail painting and the PDF files, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Legendary story. Drake gave me a ride home one time. Never forget that. Drake gave me a ride home, bro. I'll never forget that. This is back in the Degrassi days. Drake literally was affiliated with some guy that went to my high school. And we got me, that guy from my high school, and 2 other guys got stranded. And the guy made a call, and bro, we got stranded at Wonderland, the same place that Top 5 was doing his live stream. We got stranded there, and then this is back in the day, so there was no like, I had a cell phone. We all had cell phones, but like it wasn't really like that. We were just outside. We weren't calling our mom or our dad to come pick us up. Like what? We'll figure out a way and get home. We'll walk if we had to walk, take a bus, whatever. But just where we were situated in the park in Canada's Wonderland, we're like, all right, how are we gonna do this? And then my boy, Drake's friend, the affiliate, made a call, and then boom, he called Drake, and then Drake ended up like driving to come pick us up, bro. And he drove me home, bro. Never forget that. This is in like 2000 and early 2000s, let's just say. So that's a little story. So again, I don't really have nothing super bad to say about the dude. And this is the same guy that ascended to be one of the biggest rappers in the world of all time. Crazy, bro. Just crazy, bro. All right, so what does it say now? No, that's definitely where he was pulling from, but don't cross the family line. Yeah, I get it. Don't cross the family line. I get it. But did Kendrick cross the family line first? Not really, no, because what was it? It was the song with Future and Metro. Yeah, that was first, and I don't think Drake said any. I mean, Kendrick didn't say nothing about the family, right? And then Drake came back with a song, Push Ups. Yeah, and I think yeah. I think he crossed the line. He crossed the line in what do you call it there? Kendrick is open his mouth. He crossed the line in that song in the Family Matters. He crossed the line in Family Matters. That's for sure. I agree with you. 100% he crossed the line in Family Matters. No, I don't stay for news stations. They stress me out. Yeah, news stations is too much right now. What's going on in the world? News stations is too much. Like when I was watching the news this afternoon or this evening, I'm like, bro, there's just too much going on. I actually feel like the last week in the GTA right now, there's just way too much going on. Way, way, way too much. I'm watching that ticker on CP24. I'm like, yo, I can't even read this. My head's hurting. I can't read this. There's too much. It's story after story after story after story. Someone's getting shot. Something's happening overseas. New president, new prime minister, this and man, it's just too much. It's just too much going on right now. I try to stay away from the news myself. It's just overload, sensory overload. Yeah, Euphoria is crazy. To me, that's the best song on the whole thing. I'll be honest with you. That's the best song in the whole battle. Euphoria. I would say Euphoria, Family Matters, Meet the Grams. Those are my top three. Those are my top three. And then I would say Not Like Us, number 4. And rounding it out, I would say It's Survival. Somebody line. Whatever that song was called again. I forget at this time. I forget. Yeah, Meet the Grams and Euphoria. Those are tough. But Family Matters is tough too. Cause that line still holds weight. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Like that's how it really feels sometimes. It's true. Like, dude, just like he's just a golden boy. Like this man cannot lose. He cannot lose. Like at these award shows, he gets just everything. It's crazy. That's true. This finna live forever. Yeah, no, this battle's gonna go down in history. Definitely. Oh nine. Yeah, bro. Oh nine. Oh nine, bro. Yo, top 5 is funny though. Top 5 actually said something that was so funny in his stream. What'd he say? He's like, yo, when he was shooting the basketball, what'd he say? He's like, yo, I remember back in the day. Yeah, like 2019 times. I was like, damn, this thing 2019's back in the day. Oh my gosh, bro. Wow. At this point, it's tit for tat. Yeah, bro, it's very petty. Very, very, very petty out here. Very petty, yo. Especially even that Kai Cenat stream. Like people are just petty. People are going off of Kai Cenat for not knowing who Wale was, and then Wale had to run back because people were, because Kai Cenat didn't know who he was, run up to him and say, "Oh, yo, you made me look crazy on my, you made me look crazy." Like, bro, Wale, that's pettiness right there. That's the definition of petty. Because Kai Cenat, who's what 18 years younger than you, didn't know who you were. You're gonna run up to him and confront him. Like, that's petty. He didn't know who you were. He didn't know who you were, bro. Keep it moving. Drake is a Karen. With the UMG situation, he's definitely a Karen. I'm sorry, bro. No need to apologize, bro. That's a no-go in LA. Yeah, the suing thing is crazy. The UMG thing is just crazy, bro. And again, it's twining up the Clips. Like Clips have to go sign a Rock Nation, and it's just gonna there's gonna be there's gonna be a domino effect to it, and nobody's really talking about it because, like I said earlier, just you got too much people, you got too much bots out there, and you got too much payola out there, and stuff just gets kind of like pushed to the back, and like you don't really hear about it. Doesn't show up in your feed and all this type of stuff. But that UMG thing is going forward. It might go forward to a trial. But yeah, even stuff on Kendrick's side. I've been hearing some things on Kendrick's side too. I don't know if anybody else has really heard, but like I don't even want to speak about it too much because I don't have all the information. But I've been hearing stuff on both sides that this doesn't really get really pressed to the forefront, pushed to the forefront. It just kind of gets swept under the rug. But yeah, that Drake stuff is crazy, bro. UMG, like you sued over the battle, bro. That's crazy, bro. You would never hear Tupac suing Biggie over what was said in Who Shot Ya, or Biggie not suing Tupac over what was said in Hit 'Em Up. Nas suing Jay-Z for what was said in Super Ugly. Jay-Z suing Nas over what was said in Ether. You'll never hear that, bro. It's a no-go in LA. I could imagine, bro. Sneaky business. Yeah, man. Real sneaky business. Yeah, this was terrible, bro. That cloud chasing shit, that was crazy. I mean, that ankle monitor shit was crazy. Yeah, see, this is why I need to come to Cali right here. Oh shit. What? Yeah, right here. I need to come to Cali. I need to come to Cali, bro. I need to F all that bad stuff going on with the Ray or whatever, the ice and the what else? The homelessness and the gang banging and all that other stuff. Bro, I just want to come there and that's it. Just specifically for these reasons, bro. Like Kendrick said. Women we know women we know women we know. Yo, I need to come out there. Dang. Yo, I need to come out there, bro. One of my boys was out there a couple months ago. He said he had a mediocre time. He said it was all right, but he went to the boardwalk. I guess he might have needed somebody to show him around pretty much. I think, yeah, if I went to Cali, I would need somebody to kind of like show me all the lit spots so I don't like waste my time, you know? Yeah, I need someone to show me around and keep me, tell me how to dress as well too, because I don't wanna be wearing the wrong hat, and somebody presses me or some foolishness like that. I don't even know how is that even a thing? Like, I don't know how serious that is. Like, I don't know because I never been. If that's really that, like, that's really a thing. Because that's crazy if it is. Like, you wearing the wrong hat and somebody's gonna press you. That is crazy. Drake has a team of writers. Well, Drake has a team of writers. Kendrick wrote himself. There's a difference there. Yeah, no, honestly, the ghostwriting thing is that's what set off the beef with him and Meat Mills, right? Like, yo, that was a bombshell. That was a bombshell. Until then, you never really heard of rappers not writing their raps. You know, it was always that was the assumption. And then you have artists like Jay-Z who don't even write raps. He just freestyles. Artists like Lil Wayne just freestyles. You know what I'm saying? You have artists like the Locks who actually like write their rhymes, write and rehearse and study their rhymes and spit crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that ghostwriting thing, that kind of like that was huge. And he never addressed it to this day. It's almost 10 years ago. Man never addressed it. Briefly addressed it here. Briefly addressed it. Like, I think in the Elliot Wilson interview, that was it. Bro, never addressed the ghostwriting allegations. 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I never understood that one. And it's like, it could be so simple. Yeah, I collaborated or all I wrote something for him, so he wrote something for me. You know, Quentin, that's his name. Quentin Williams. I wrote something for Quentin. Quentin wrote something for me. It could be so simple, but these guys just hide, bro. They don't say nothing. It's crazy. Yeah, Euphoria after that was a rap, brother. Super rap because like he had 3 verses for him. Like it was just nasty work. Like my son listens to that song. Like my son loves that song. You got a banger when it transcends generations. Like that, we both can listen to that together. Like it's crazy. I don't really listen to his music, but that's Kendrick's one artist that we can sit there and listen to together. And I think wait, sorry, Drake can make hits. I'm not gonna lie. He does. He knows how to make a hit. Drake's talented. Drake got that remember his dad's a musician. You know what I'm saying? And remember, he's a colonizer, right? Like Kendrick says. So he be going from like, he runs to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He be going everywhere, just soaking up sauce from everybody. Him and Future. He's soaking up sauce from Future, Young Thug, Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? He goes down to freaking Cali and links with whoever's over there, be collaborating, work with Jay-Z. Like he's worked with everybody. He soaks up a lot of game from a lot of different people. And he's talented himself. He's definitely a very talented artist. Well, that's it. If the people who say they are, wait, well, that is if people who say that are to be believed. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Sing About Me, I'm Dying is a classic. The whole album's a classic. I hope he does reach for a couple of those tomorrow still or today. I really does. I really do. I really hope he goes back there. I hope he goes back to 2012. I really do. I really do still. That would be nice. That would be nice. So a lot of these artists sometimes they just get caught in the prisoners of the moment. They just always want to perform their new stuff. Like I remember last year when I saw Rick Ross perform in Philly, he was just singing all of his stuff with Drake. He wasn't singing, and then a couple of his old like Every Day I'm Hustling. But to me, Rick Ross has a pretty good catalog. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't really perform all those songs like Black Dollar, all those songs off of Black Dollar, all those songs off of but the Box Chevy. Like he has a whole bunch of singles. He has a whole bunch of songs with MMG. Like he has so much hits. He doesn't perform all of his hits though. Ross has a pretty deep catalog. He just doesn't perform all those songs. So I hope like artists start performing those, even those cuts that not a lot of people know, older cuts. Just perform them, bro. Might as well. Your real fans would know them. Made me cry at 12 years old. Yeah. Yeah. That song was deep. That's a classic. Honestly, Drake has some okay R&B and pop songs that are classic. Exactly. Low key, Drake has some bangers still. Like he definitely has some banging R&B tracks. Low key. Scorpion has some bangers. The one with his head in the clouds has some bangers. First album with him and Alicia Keys has some, hit fireworks from the first album. First album has some bangers. Even before that, his first mixtape there with all the hearts on the cover. Sorry if I'm not, giving you the exact names, but um with Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, that mixtape. Classic. Classic. Man's been doing this since what, 05? 06? Man's about 20 years in the game now of making music. I would say yeah, what, 07. Yeah, he had his first like actual mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like official mixtape. I think about 07, but he's been doing music like forever, for like quite a long time now at this point. So dude is very talented. It's just I don't know, man. Hollywood, open my eyes to the world. Absolutely. That first Kendrick album was classic. With the nails, the minors. Yo, bro, that's the only thing with Drake, bro. The A minors, bro. The A minors just like, bro, where'd that come from? Kendrick just exposed dude, bro. But there were rumblings of that before with what, Millie Bobby Brown, and him kissing that girl on stage, and he was doing the most. I'm not gonna lie, he was doing the most at one, like he was doing the most. He thought he was untouchable. That's what it really boils down to. Kendrick humbled him, bro. Very much so humbled him with that Meet the Grams. I know he shed a tear when he heard Meet the Grams, bro. Yo, the man was saying his mom's name, dad's name, Sandra and Dennis. I don't know Kendrick Lamar's parents' names. And if I did, why don't I know his parents' names via a Drake song, a diss track? You know what I'm saying? Like he's not as meticulous as Kendrick. Kendrick's just a little deeper, a little deeper. You know, he knows how to cut you a little deeper, it seems like. He takes this craft just a bit more serious. You know, in terms of his words, his wordplay. Not saying Drake's not a hard worker. Not saying Drake doesn't make a lot of music, but I feel like K Dot does definitely his words are he knows his words are powerful and understands how to use them. Because bro, when he said Sandra sit down, he talked about his son Adonis. You'll understand when you're 18. I say that to my son now. He'll understand when he's 18. I can't even tell him certain things, but I just tell him you'll understand when you're 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a classic bar right there. Not the Sprite commercial. That's a classic. Last name, what do you say? First name greatest, last name ever, whatever. Yeah, that's a classic commercial right there. Classic. You know what I'm saying? Drake's kind of legendary, man. That's what I'm saying. We can't forget everything he's done in the past and just like throw him to the, just oh whatever, forget this guy. No, bro, the man's done a lot. The man's putting a lot of work still. Just a shame that he's, going down this path now of like you said earlier, Diego, the P for P and the like why didn't he just marry Rihanna when he had the chance or something like that? Like, have one solid girl and be doing this thing on the side. Like, sorry to offend anybody, but why didn't he just have that image? Like, why is he the guy always with the liquor in his hand and the, you know, going on vacation with these different women and Instagram models and taking guys' girls and just kind of like toxic. Like why didn't he just he's a wholesome guy. Like why didn't he just keep up that wholesome persona? Why is he gotta be so like toxic, like A minors and he just kind of makes things that just make you question. You can see being here for a minute, man. Hey, yo. This is what I'm saying. I had the same conversation this morning with somebody, with Nads actually. I had the same conversation. We have an immigration crisis, a healthcare crisis. We have a tax crisis, GDP growth. Our dollar is tanking, but people want to sit outside of the OVO, sit outside of the Rogers Center, with OVO sweaters on, bumping Drake music. Like, are we serious? Like, there's much more. Like, there might be a World War III about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things going on in the world. Like, people need to really get it together. Like, it's not that serious. Like, the divisiveness I'm seeing online in Toronto right now is crazy. We have much bigger. I wish people would get this passionate about the taxes that they see on their paycheck. Why can't we go protest down at in Ottawa about all the taxes that were it's being taken off our checks? About the high gas prices, the cost of groceries. I just bought some organic fruit today. It cost me almost $30 for a couple oranges and a couple strawberries, bro. Like, well, what are we doing here? What are we really arguing? Who are we really fighting? I don't know one person who voted for that guy, elbows up. Nobody voted for him and he's in office. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. People rather just sit around and get mad at other people for going to a Kendrick Lamar concert. Bro, country's cooked, bro. I agree with that, Rebecca. No, it's private property. It's technically private property, and you can get loitering charges at all. Facts. You can. So they better not, try to go too hard with all that tomorrow or today, I should say. Yeah. No, Drake needs to grow up and stop sneak dissing Rihanna. It feels like stalkerish now. 20 years later, it's a bit much. Move on. Yo, hey man. Yo, she must cut him deep, bro. Cause remember, he was shooting the shot hard at Rihanna back in the days. Hard. That was like, I think in his head, that was supposed to be his wife. But that was slick, though. That was a slick bar. I know he needs to give it up, but I'll give him credit where credit is due. In Family Matters, he gave ASAP Rocky the slickest bar in the whole song. The slickest bar. That's where you got to give Drake a little props because who wrote that though? That's the question you start asking though. Like it's a slick bar, but did he even write it? Did someone else write it for him? Who penned that? You know? What did he say again? He said, oh, he said, ask Fring when you're snuggled in the bed. Oh no, mad because you hit my BM once. Who do you think I was hitting then, or something like that? Basically alluding to the fact that Drake's baby mama Sophie, ASAP Rocky had her first, but ASAP Rocky's baby mama Rihanna, Drake had her first. Like the way he just hit, like that was so slick, bruh. That was such a slick bar, bruh. That was such a slick bar in Family Matters. Ask Fring when they're snuggled in the bed. That was so slick, bro. Salute to Drake for that one. Whoever penned that, they sniped. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy. He hit Rocky in the head of that one. Yo, Rocky got it still. I don't think Rocky's ever been the same with that musically. Ever since that, he's never been the same musically. He's never been the same since that. I haven't heard any good music come out of his camp since that. It's been a year now. I haven't heard nothing. Even the comeback he gave him on the Future album, Future Metro Boomin, that was weak, bro. That was weak, bro. That whole album, all their disses are weak. Future, Metro Boomin, when they the Weekends diss, the J. Cole diss, their ASAP Rocky diss, weak, and weak. I think him and Future, Drake and Future just need to get back together, man. They just need to squash it. What a time to be alive too. And just let's just do this. Iceman, or even on Iceman. Just I need a Future feature on Iceman. Like, let's go. That would be dope still. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that obvious though. Like the way he came was pretty slick. Ever since that ASAP producer died, he hasn't felt the same. The producer? Oh, you mean ASAP Yams? Yeah, and then ever since ever since there was some allegations that came out when he was in the pool with that dude, the other guy, there's like some video of them like butt naked in the pool together. He's never been the same, bro. Never. But he had a run back in 2012 to like 2015, 2016. A couple classic mixtapes, classic album, and that was it. He was a legend. He became a legend after that. Drake was obviously going to say the same ish back. I mean, that was slick, though. That was a slick bar. Sorry, I forgot the guy's name. GNONO1 blogger. What's good, my boy? We here, man. What is good, bro? You already know, man. We here. Rocky no Balboa. So he got no hands. He has no hands for Drake, bro. Not one, nothing for Drake. He's scared of Drake low key, it feels like. Low key. Drake might know some things about him that, you know, he doesn't want to be exposed to the world. Yo, Diego says, if I'm married to Riri, you wouldn't hear from me again. You hear me? Oh, I get it. But you got what? A third one on the way? Third one on the way, yo. That's pretty good still. A third one, you are committed. You guys are locked in for life. A third one, it's over. It's over, bro. You guys are locked in for life, bro. You love that woman, bro. 3? Goodness gracious, bro. Wow. 3 kids, bro. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. That's crazy. Man, oh man, I don't care who's but exactly. I don't care either, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yup, baby. Exactly. That's crazy. They're locked in, bro. He cooking. Beautiful family. Yeah, you gotta love it still. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I think that's where the jealousy comes in with Drake. I think he's cut deep, bro. That one cut him kind of deep still. Remember, he named the restaurant in Toronto after her that he had. Frings. I think that was his nickname for her or something like that. He literally named the restaurant after her, bro. Real simpish behavior, bro. Big simp behavior. Named the restaurant after her, bro. And she wasn't even like committed to him like that, like that. You know? G N01 blogger. What's good, bro? ASAP and Travis Rock. Yeah, they look the same. They do still. ASAP Rocky and Travis Scott look the same. Yeah, same look, same complexion, same hair. You know, they're kind of both into fashion. You know, but musically, I'll give the edge to Rocky musically, just because he's more of an East Coast, East Coast guy. Travis Scott, what, Texas guy, you know. And ever since Travis Scott had that concert where all those people kind of like, fell out, I just never looked at him the same either. And there's like videos, and it looked like something was going through a portal into his mouth and all that stuff, bro. Creep me out. Completely creep me out, bro. Could never look at bro the same. Could never look at bro the same ever again. I'm good, bro. Yeah, bro. I was watching your video the other day, man. Canada and Ivory Coast, bro. That was a snoozer, that game, bro. Penalty shots and they lost, bro. Give me a break, Canada. 1 year. 1 year. That's all I gotta say. They better fix up. Very deep, bro. I could tell. ASAP's kids are, I don't even think I seen them, bro. I can't remember. I don't think I ever seen a picture of their kids. Maybe once. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm sure they're beautiful. They got, they got good genetics. That's for sure. They got good genetics. I can see it in his eyes. Oh yeah. Drake's hurt, bro. You can definitely see it in his eyes. You can see it in his eyes. He's hurt. He's been through a lot. He's definitely been through a lot. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Drake's seen a lot in his 38 years, bro. You know? He's probably thinking like, yo, he probably wants a little family, a little kid, a little wifey. Yo, he's been rapping about that for the longest time as well, too. Having conversations with mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been rapping about this for the longest time. He wants that. He wants that. So him not having that at this age, especially with all the money in the world, has his house, he has everything. You don't think he wants a little wifey or a little, like, remember we had the twins? He was running around with the twins. You could have had just the twins and then just had a bunch of kids with the twins and called it a day. But no, he's not gonna do that. He can't. He can't do it. It's awkward. Yeah, it's facts. After that year, the love left his eyes. It's true, like there's a point in time where the love literally left his eyes. Like when he started drinking a lot and he had always was walking around with that cup. I'm like, nah, it's over. It's over. He's just gonna be a dog for life, bro. Maybe he'll settle down when he turns 40. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, even Kanye got married to Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's always been kind of booed up, kind of shackled up. He's never really been on that gallus tip like that. Jay-Z shackled up with Beyonce. But I think maybe Drake more sees himself like Mike and Prince. Prince never really had no gal. Like Prince was a gallus. Michael Jackson, was he? Michael Jackson's a little weird, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Everyone said that when Travis came out. Yeah, bro. Once he opened up that mouth and all that weird stuff happened at that concert, I was over. I was over it. I can only listen to what Goosebumps with him and Kendrick Lamar and what else? Yosemite. Yosemite with him and Gunna. Is it Gunna? I can't remember who's in that. Yeah, I think it's Gunna. Only a handful of Travis Scott tracks I can listen to. Yeah, I don't know. Just creeps me out. The whole situation. Rocky music is super fresh. Travis is raging. Both are on vibe. Yeah, it's true. Travis is raging. If you're in that raging vibe, that's more of a Travis thing. Rocky, you can just turn on Rocky and sit back and put one in the air, and then Rocky's good. Rocky's original first thing, like first mixtapes, and his first album is dope. I'm not gonna lie. But after that, he fell off. There's literally been no music in the last like hot minute. He had that one. His last, I don't even remember, bro. I can't even remember. He had a song the other day where there's like a mannequin Weekend at Bernie's theme video he had that was pretty tough. That was it. Ollie never really heard a Travis song. No way. All you gotta do is just Travis Scott, featuring Kendrick Lamar, Goosebumps. That's a big one. Yeah, praise the Lord. Oh, wait a second. I went down too much. Oh, wait, I went down too far. 1 second. Yeah, this is the one. That's the one that comes to mind. That Fiend one. That's the one. I don't even know. Like, but that one, I can't remember the name of it. I just know it's like you probably type in Fiend Travis Scott, you'll find it. Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's Travis. And one blogger says ASAP is the calm guy. Travis is the crazy guy. Exactly. Yeah, Travis is that raging guy. Forever raging. The who era? T-Vice? Oh, the Travis. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, he needs therapy if he wants a family. Yeah, that's what Kendrick said. That's the sickest part about Meet the Grams. Kendrick broke it down for him. He needs ayahuasca. He needs ayahuasca. He needs to just cleanse from the inside. Like, and that's the thing about Drake. He's so talented. He could like look at he could be on Law and Order. Go be on a go be a reoccurring character on a television show or something. You can take his talent somewhere else. He can do so much. I remember at one point they were saying they wanted him to play Barack Obama in his bio play Barack Obama in a movie. Like he can still act. He doesn't have to do this rap stuff. Maybe he is contractually locked in, but isn't his deal done? Like, oh wait, no, sorry. He signed to a nigga who signed to a nigga, signed to that nigga, and cease and desist, like that. Right? Yo, Kendrick got at him, eh? He can't retire. He can't go away. He can't just. He's signed to a nigga that's signed to a nigga, bruh. But he does need therapy, man. He pretty jaded right now. He did it to himself. He's not the victim. He's really not the victim. He's not the victim. Sitting in his $100 million mansion on the bridal path, he's definitely not the victim. Definitely not. Yes, start acting so immature from a lady's perspective. The way he acts is a huge turnoff. Yeah, Drake, eh? I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. I can see that. But he got that money though. That's why. That's why you can probably get, because any woman he wants. Well, not any, but he can get majority of the women he wants because he got that bag. He got that money, that mañana. He can show women a whole different world that they've never seen. You know, so I guess that money just masks a lot of personality deficiencies that he doesn't. He doesn't really have a lot of game, a lot of swag, a lot of sauce. He just got money. Yes, sir. You saw it in his eyes too, yo. The eyes don't lie, yo. When he started drinking a lot, and after that triple X situation, he just looks different, bro. Looks sad. Yeah, exactly. See, money brings a lot. Money brings a false illusion of happiness. Exactly. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I ain't rich like him, but I could imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like after you make all this money, you're established. Your family's good. You're set for life. It's like, what's next? You've done everything. Like, what haven't you done? Like, what's next? Like, how does the next 20 years look after you've made all this money? And that's why a lot of those child celebrities, they start, they go crazy, they lose it. A lot of people just lose it in general. You can still be a miserable prat and have a ton of cash. Exactly. I agree. I agree. I was talking to somebody today, and they said the same thing. You can tell sometimes who people who made money and people who were born into money, and you can tell sometimes you can just see that dude just is just, I don't know, just not really happy. Like deep down, you can kind of see it. You know, like that interview with him and Little Yachty on the beach that time. Like, dude just did not look happy, bro. Not at all. Prince tired. Yeah. But things don't always work out, unfortunately. They don't. They don't. That's why I always say a lot of us aren't in control of our own destiny, man. It's not us. We're not in control. Rocky is an odd vibe. Yeah. The dressing, you know, the hairstyles. I think he wears makeup a lot of the time too. Gives me that vibe. You can smoke your blunt with your fresh drip off playing Rocky. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can still. Yeah, Rocky has that vibe, that fresh drip blunt to the face with your friends, you know, vibe. Early Rocky, right? Yeah, early Rocky was tough. That Pesos, um, yeah, that first mixtape, that mixtape was hard. The whole mixtape was hard too. That's like the end of the mixtape era. Like, he caught the end of it. Praise the Lord. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Praise the Lord. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that was Travis, my man. He did. He admitted that he never took ayahuasca. When? When did he admit that? Knowing him, he actually said that. Yeah, I heard that a while ago, years ago. There was like a rumor, probably like at least 10 years ago now, that Drake was um he was being casted to play Barack Obama in a biopic. Like Drake's super talented. He could do it. May not have the look for it, yeah, but you know, makeup and all that, he could do it. Voice coach, all types. Yeah, bro, Drake. You can look that up. Well, I think you can look it up. I don't know. I heard that. I know I heard it. My sources are credible. Don't worry. His deal was done an album ago, I believe. Yeah, I know his deal's done, but like, I don't know. It just on paper his deal's done, but like, I don't know. For some reason, it feels like he just can't leave. Like he can't. Like, why doesn't he just leave then and just go start a family? Stop making music for a little bit. Take a year off. Take 2 years off. Dude is still touring. Dude's about to drop an album, The Iceman, and go on tour in Europe, even though he's contractually finished. Which makes me think that he probably has other type of contracts that he's trying to fulfill. I don't know. Right. Remember, he's in bed with Apple Music. You know, he's in bed with who else does he have deals with? He's in bed with Steak. He's in bed, like, he has deals with a lot of other companies outside of record labels. So I think that he might have some deals with them, you know, so he can't stop. He has to just keep going, keep being in the limelight, keep dropping music, keep his name going. I think that's where I was going with that. Mind you, I'm a lady that's never been impressed by money, really. That's good. You're the minority. Anyone who wants to sell out will go with Drake on a date for money and fame. Absolutely. That line is long. A lot. Dude's about to approach a billy. Or maybe half a milli. Let's just say now. I'd say roughly. I'd say about half a milli. 500 M's. This dude could change your life. Change your life. Facts. Prince tried to have a family, but miscarriages is what I meant. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that. That's true. He did. Why didn't he just stay with Sophie then? He could have just been with Sophie and called it a day. You know, he could have been up the twins. He had so many along, like so many. Like, that's crazy. The Somali girl from Jungle that he's always talking about. The girls from Scarborough he's always talking about. Remember Keisha Shante? He had a lot. I saw Keisha Shante at the BET Awards. She looks nice still. Serena Williams at one point. He had a chance at that. Yo, the man's been linked to so many women, bro. Could have just had a nice, little wifey, little kids at the embassy, chilling. Well, his wife does own a makeup company, so why not? May as well wear makeup. Oh, good eye, Rebecca. Yes, that's a good point. I forgot about Fenty. Pesos is legendary out west. Oh yeah. Even What's Up? Like, there's so many tracks. Like, that whole album is just tough. Such a vibe. Like, I remember where I was when I was like, I remember my life at that point. Like, I remember what I was doing on a day-to-day basis while listening to that music. It was like soundtrack music, backpack music, soundtrack music. Rocky caught a timeless one of Pesos. Yeah, he absolutely did. He's good in my books musically. He's good in my books musically for sure. On the magazine interview. Wait, hold on. I'm falling behind on these comments here. Bizarre. Oh yeah. Bizarre. Wait, I'm not sure what I was saying. Oh damn, that's crazy. I never heard of that. Yeah, some Obama thing. Yeah, sucks to date when people know you're rich. Yeah, it's true. I know, right? First world problems. You're rich and people know it. He can for sure, for sure. Yeah, he's a good actor. Drake's Drake's best network net for 400 to 200 this year apparently, so maybe not that close to it. But yeah, sorry, yeah, I said half a mil, but like yeah, like you're saying, I could see it. It's going down. It's definitely going down. Lifestyle, you know, um, legal issues, streams aren't paying that much. He just yeah, it's probably going down. But if he liquidates, yeah, like if he gets rid of that house, those houses, and he doesn't want to. I'm sure if he liquidates, he can get up there. He can maybe get up to 5. But as of right now, I can see him being at 4. Like if he starts to really just go hard and just starts like buying everything, just okay, I'm gonna buy a restaurant chain here and a this there and a that here and invest in this venture capitalist here. Like if he just starts going crazy, I can see him going up a little bit. But you're right, yeah, inflation, it's hard to beat inflation. Even for people like him, it's hard. uh, oh sorry, what's this here? Oops, what did I do here? How the hell do you lose 200 million in 1 year? Yeah, not like us. That's why he's suing. That's exactly why he's suing. Wait, did I? Okay, I think I missed a few here. Sophie knows better. That's your baby mama. Pusha T said it best. Jake's money finna get cut after he sued UMG. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's gonna go down. Litigation is not cheap. Bigger things at play right now. Absolutely. That's the thing. People going crazy for the wrong things, man. How the hell do you lose 200 mil in 1 year? Yeah, that's why he's suing. That's my real question. Yeah. People be cooking the books anyways, man. They be saying anything on these books. They could be lying. Wait, what happened to my... That's my real question. Wait a second. Give me a second here. Having a little technical... Where the chats go. Huh? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Ayahuasca talk on bizarre anyway. Oh yeah. Yo. Diego's tapped in. I remember I read that article. I bought that magazine and everything. Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that. He did. Net worth, yeah. Oh, I never thought about it that way. Never had that much money to think about. Really, I'm not seeing the big picture. You know? Absolutely. Absolutely, people. But look. I'm gonna do it, man. I gotta do it, man. You see the time. It's about 3 a.m. Eastern time. I'm about to cut it, man. I'm about to call it, man. Yo, listen, it was nice talking to you guys, man. Listen, any final thoughts, man? Any final thoughts before we wrap this up? It's about that time. Man, you saw the GOAT live. Yeah. I really did, man. I saw him live. Definitely did see him live, man. I saw him live. I will see him live. Sorry. I'm going to see him tomorrow live or today live. So I'm gonna come back on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be back on live tomorrow after the show. Let y'all know my thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 a.m. Yeah. It's that time, bro. Thanks to this chill time, bro. You already know, man. Thank you for tapping in, man. You already know, man. I'm gonna go back live again tomorrow. You already know, man. Just tap back in. You can hit me up on IG. You already know. Same name on IG, same name on TikTok as well. You know what I'm saying? Always a chill time on this side, bro. You already know. Great combo. Thanks. Anytime, Rebecca. You already know. Love from Cali. Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Love from T Dot as well on my side. Oh, snap. Let's go. Yeah, man. All right, bro. So, yeah, final thoughts, man. Thank you, everybody, for tapping in. Salute to Diego Ramirez. Salute to Rebecca McGuire. Salute to NO1 Blogger. Salute to as well to what was his name? Scumboy. Salute to Scumboy as well too. You already know. Salute to everybody, man. We'll be back tomorrow, and I am out. Peace.